Welcome to the Heavenly Minded Homeschool. As a veteran homeschool mom of 15 years now, I'm going to share with you exactly what we are doing for our Bible-based, simplistic, child-led, enjoyable homeschool year for a second grader. Hey, sweet friend, I'm so glad to have you here. We have been around the YouTube space sharing about our homeschool journey for over 7 years now, and I cannot believe that this will be my 15th year as a homeschool mom, and I am so excited to share with you all what we have here, what we're doing, and our plans for our second grader, which is kind of crazy to believe that we're there already. Our youngest, she's 7, and we started homeschool with our oldest, who is now graduated, and now we are solidly into her school journey and just transformation here. And so I want to take a minute to just sit down, chat with you all, and show you what we have going on for her. Now, I plan on sharing lots of videos about all the different things that we are doing, so be sure when you subscribe, turn on your bell notifications. I also have a special freebie that I've put together with really just my back to homeschool basics. What is it that we need to do and have and just really set ourselves up for a great school year? So whether you're starting at the beginning of the kind of traditional school year, when we very first started homeschooling, we started in January. So I get it that sometimes you start at odd times, and that's okay. Whether you are brand new to homeschooling or you've been doing it for a while, be sure to put your name down in our email request link down below so that way you can get that. It's a video and different materials and things like that that are really helpful to me and I hope can be helpful for you. So my second grader, who's walking around here, she is getting ready to get started, and we've pulled together some really fun things for her. So I figured I'd just sit down, kind of chat with you all about these and what we have. I did pick up this little cart. I finally joined the Homeschool Mom Cool Kids Club and got myself a metal rolly cart. I like to keep things simple. We usually keep things in like a basket, but having 3 different girls and 3 different grades and just age ranges, I like the idea that I could have my little cart here. I got it inexpensive off of Walmart. I'll leave you a link down below. I put some fun little dividers and different containers and organizers in it. And I love that regardless of where we're homeschooling in our day, if we're sitting at our table, we're on the couch, we're going outside, I can just kind of wheel this thing around with me and keep everything together. Contrary to my husband's opinion, I also picked up a disco ball garland at Hobby Lobby. Obviously, that makes it complete and sets us up for total success this year. So that is my little breakdown here. If you guys would like to see a video about exactly what we have in our homeschool cart, leave me a comment. Let me know. That could always be something we could share too. But let's go ahead and talk about what we're doing here for our second grader. So we like to adhere to more of a kind of unschool philosophy, child-led. I just believe and have seen with the past 15 years of homeschool experience that if a child is interested in what they're learning, not only is it going to be more enjoyable to learn about it, but they're going to retain a lot more from what you're teaching than if you're just constantly going against the grain. I felt for a long time that homeschool meant school at home, and that's not what it means. It means learning, and I want to foster a love of learning in my children that hopefully will last them throughout their entire life. And so I wanted to take all of those things in mind with setting up what we were going to do for our second grader. And so for our kids, we had to really set some of these priorities and focuses of what we're doing. And again, check out that freebie down below, because those are kind of the skills sets that I go through every single school year to set us up for success. Now, for our main areas, I know that we want Bible to be the foundation of our homeschool. I want my children to be improving in their reading, writing, and core number skills. And then I want to leave lots of open room for them to pursue the things that they're interested in and to become introduced to new things as well. So we're changing it up this year, and we're doing things a little bit differently than we have before, but I'm really excited for it. And sometimes we have the best of intentions of what we want to do, and I know sometimes it can be really hard when things aren't going the way that you think that they should, but remember to trust the process. And so for our kiddos, we are using from Gathered Round Homeschool. This was a free downloadable that she had with Bible skills. And so for our second grader, we have the early reader edition of it. It's a little workbook that I just printed out on my printer, folded it and stapled it and put it together. And so for our first kind of cycle here of probably about about 2 months of our homeschool year, we're going to be going through this Bible skills booklet together and also reading from the Bible with our family all together. And so we are focusing on Romans, and then I believe we're going, after we study through Romans, we're going to move into Philippians. So that's going to be kind of our family reading in the morning, where we read through scripture together, we discuss what it is that we've read, and then we will have one lesson here in the Bible skills notebook from Gather Round Homeschool that we're going to be doing together as a family. And again, she's got that early reader edition of that. Now, what we are doing this year, which I am so excited about because we've never done this before. I've seen this stuff around and I always wanted to check it out, and I never got it together enough. We are solidly jumping into the Gathered Round Homeschool materials this year. I think they look really, really neat. I love anything that we can do together, anything that gives us some structure and kind of checks off some of the boxes while leaving it flexible enough and open-ended enough that the kids can pursue the things that they want to. So I looked at the different units. They Gathered Round, if you guys don't know about it, they focus on unit studies that you can do all together as a family. I looked at the different units. I kind of wrote down a list of ones that I would be interested in, and then I checked with all of my kiddos to see which ones they are interested in as well. And the first one we're going to do this school year is starting with the artist units. I have kids that love art so much, and so this was an easy pick for everybody. Again, my second grader has the early reader one here, and so we will go through these lessons each day. If you guys are interested to know exactly about what all is in here and how we plan to use this as a family, leave me a comment and let me know. We can totally go through this. I want this space here to be just a community of homeschool mamas that want to sit down and can easily have these conversations with one another to really learn and grow and be an encouragement and a support to you as you embark on this journey of homeschool with your own kiddos. So we're going to be doing the artist version for this first unit to help her grow in her reading. She is also going to be doing these Prinda treasure hunt reading lessons. She started these with our HMH co-op that we had. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to host that this year after an accident that my mom had, but these were the materials that she received from that, and her and I are going to continue to work on these together. So this will help her in her reading and also in her writing as we pair both of these together here. We are also going to be doing just read alouds together. Her and I, she picked for us to read through the entire Paddington series together. So I have the Paddington books that her and I will sit down and read together, as well as some little readers that we just have around the house that she will pick up and read at her leisure as well as she does different things. For her math, we went ahead and went with The Good and the Beautiful. I've used The Good and the Beautiful for many different resources before. I love ordering their books from them because it is, I believe, cheaper to just have them print it and bind it and send it to you. And so she is on Math Course Book 1, and she will be going through and doing these lessons alongside of me. And so that really covers her reading, writing, and core math skills that are so important for us to spend time on each week. Now, of course, she's going to have other areas and things that she's interested in, that she's going to work on, and that she's going to do, but she's still young. Second grade is such a wonderful time, and I firmly believe in Dr. Raymond and Dorothy Moore's theory of better late than early. And if you guys haven't read this book already, highly recommend you check it. I'll leave some links down below, but I still want her playing a ton. I want her doing stuff alongside of me. I want her learning how to cook. I want her outside playing with the animals. I want her exploring and doing things that are really hands-on and helpful to her siblings and to the family and to others that we come in contact with, and making sure that it's just not all about seat work. These are things that we're going to do. It'll probably take up maybe a couple hours of our day. Other than that, she's playing with art supplies. She's building with her Legos. We're playing board games together. She's doing things with her siblings, and she's helping to take care of the animals that we have here on the homestead. Those are all very valuable skills that she is going to continue to build up, and that is a very firm and important area of her education. And so I just want to remind you, especially with the younger ones, don't feel like you have to pile on a million different things. We have a couple online things that we're looking at, like she can kind of learn from, her sisters are going to be doing Duolingo for French lessons. She can be learning and practicing those with them. They are going to be working on their typing skills. She can get on and practice some typing skills as well. She might not be as advanced as her sisters are, but she could still try it. She can get on extra math and do some simple addition and then subtraction to just learn those core number skills that she needs and really reinforce them in a different way. Yes, she'll have her course book, but she can get online and do that. She can play games. We can play card games. She can play board games, right? There's so many different ways, learning to cook and bake and even just work on projects around the house and craft with different art supplies. That all does provide a lot of very, very, very valuable skills and education that they need and will continue to help them grow as they get older. And so those are our core things for her. It's not very stressful. It's very, very simple, but I'm really excited to have this time to come together where we can sit down, we can have some focus work, we have some books we're reading together, we have some additional videos and things that we can watch based off of the things that we're learning, and we've put together a really fun schedule this year that I am so excited for. We kind of used to do it this way, got away from it a little bit, and we're kind of revamping it this year. So if you guys would like to know how we're planning and scheduling our homeschool day, be sure to leave me a comment. Let me know if there's any of these things that would be more helpful for you to hear more about, see more about. Just let me know. Again, I want Heavenly Minded Homeschool to be a place of encouragement and support for the amazing homeschool community that's out there. As we train up our children to know God's Word, to walk in His truth, and to live a life of purpose and direction, especially in a world with as much confusion as our poor kids are faced with today, I think these things are incredibly important. Now, if you would like to see what we're doing with our older kiddos, be sure to check out these videos right up here, and I'll see you right back here in the next one. Bye, friends!